Hey guys, welcome back to the Relevant TV YouTube channel. Ben Shapiro is a political commentator and an extremely controversial figure, so it is very fitting that we look through some of those controversial moments. But first, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on notifications too so that you don't miss out on any content we upload. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Number 1. Facts don't care about your feelings.
To be fair, you're actually being kind of rude. You're and that's not fair.
I'm sorry, it's not rude to say that someone who's biologically a male is a male. Someone who is biologically male is a male.
We start with the famous quote Ben put out. In fact, he has written a book with that exact quote. He was one of the guests on Dr. Drew as they debated whether Caitlyn Jenner deserves a Courage Award for coming out as a transgender. Zoe Tur, a transgender reporter, explained how it takes a great amount of courage and bravery, and that is something very difficult to do, and truly commended Caitlyn for it. But while she was speaking, Ben interjected and was quick to debunk everything Zoe said. Ben believes that they were mainstreaming delusion, and the conversation very much got heated from there. Ben even called Caitlyn him, which was found as offensive by everyone else. He was quickly told to be polite and use the correct pronoun, but he wasn't having any of it. He followed it up by saying that facts don't care about your feelings, and he went the scenic route to explain his point. Damn, he did not pull any punches. He has very strong views and doesn't deviate from them, even when it offends a lot of people. He is definitely someone who divides opinion. Number 2. Ben and Piers at war. Ben Shapiro was a guest on Piers Morgan's CNN show to debate the issue of gun control in America. This was such a titanic clash of incredibly strong personalities. This one was filled with fireworks. Ben started by calling Piers Morgan a bully and said that Morgan demonizes people who differ from him politically. Piers was clearly offended by Ben's statement, but Ben carried on making his point.
By standing on the graves of the children of Sandy Hook, saying they don't seem to care enough about the dead kids. If they cared more about the dead kids, they would agree with you on policy. I think we can have a rational political conversation about balancing rights and risks and rewards of all of these different policies, but I don't.
Ben was also cheeky by reminding Piers about the Second Amendment by bringing out his book of the Constitution and handing it to Piers. Morgan reluctantly took it, and you could definitely see the disdain on his face.
You say that you respect the Second Amendment, and you know I brought this here for you so that you can read it. It's the Constitution. And I would really like for you to explain to me what you would do about guns that would have prevented what happened in Sandy Hook. If you want to do what you didn't.
The debate continued for a while, and it remained consistently heated between the two. You'd love to see it. This is definitely not the last we'll be seeing of these two. Number 3. Ben thinks statue protest was idiotic.
They then had to evacuate the entire island because they decided to do the stunt. The real issue with the stunt is not that someone is pulling a public relations ploy in order to get media attention. People do this sort of thing all the time. The point is this actually productive for her cause? Like, let's say that you were her, you were she, and you...
Ben was on Fox News to give his thoughts about the then recent protests to abolish ICE. A woman protested by scaling the Statue of Liberty on Independence Day, which caused a lot of controversy and even getting detained by police. Ben did not hold back about what he thought. He believed it was idiotic. He was confused as to how on earth this was productive to what they were fighting for. He says all she did was annoy every single person in the country. Again, Ben never punches any punches. The man just speaks his mind. Number 4. More beef with Piers Morgan and a controversial statement. It is Ben and Piers butting heads once again. This time they were debating whether or not Jason Collins is a hero for coming out as gay. And as you'd expect, Ben didn't believe that he should be called a hero.
A hero because he's gay. Our standard for heroism has dropped quite a bit since Normandy. Why such a cheap shot against a guy who did a pretty brave thing?
I don't think it's a cheap shot. I think that heroism is defined by willingness to sacrifice.
Ben had put out a tweet slamming the fact that Jason Collins was being seen as a hero. Ben then went on to define what heroism is and believed that it was not it. Piers Morgan disagreed with him, and then Ben said that Piers hates America.
And I'm not a hero for wearing a yarmulke. Being who you are in 2013 in America is what America is about. It is not heroic to be who you are publicly. I'm glad for Jason Collins if he feels that he's going to live a happier life now. But it does not make you a hero to be who you are. America is not.
Piers then accused Ben of being homophobic. Ben debunked this by saying that he is not. He just thinks that people should not be called heroes for simply being who they are. His ultimate message makes sense, but you can see why Piers thought he was being homophobic. Ben's thoughts on the LGBTQ community has always been controversial, and remains to be so to this day. Those were just a few of the many controversial Ben Shapiro moments. Do you guys know any more? Well, tell us down in the comments. Well guys, that is all we have for you today. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the rest of our content too. We'll see you guys next time here on Relevant TV. Have a great day and goodbye.